In this video, we are going to take what we know about backtracking and learn how to apply it to equations. This is going to allow us to solve algebraic equations. All right, let's start out with a brief review. We've got a small backtracking problem here. I want you to solve it using what you learned in the last video, and then press play, and we're going to translate that to an equation. Do it now. Did you get n equals 4? If not, check my work, see what you did wrong. All right, so we know we have this problem. We know our problem is that we have some number times 5 minus 1 equals 19. What equation would that be? Well, a number times 5, that would be 5n, and then minus 1 be minus 1 equals 19. And what we just showed is that n equals 4. And so if you did 4 times 5 minus 1, you would get 19. Is that true? Well, 4 times 5 equals 20, and 20 minus 1 is 19. I think it's true. So now let's see how we could go the other way. If I gave you an equation like this, how could you change it back into, or change it into a backtracking problem? So how can you write a backtracking problem from an equation? Let's try this one. So we know we have some unknown number n. Let's draw that in. Make sure you leave enough room above to be able to write down the operations. And we know that the first thing that happens to that n is that we're going to multiply it by 3. So let's write times 3 as our first step. And then that'll give us our next number. And then after that, we can see that we add 4. So let's write plus 4 as our next step. And then we know that that is supposed to equal 10. Like that. Let's see if we can solve it now. Go ahead and pause and do it. Did you find that n equals 2? Let's check and see if it works. We need to do 2 times 3, which equals 6, and then 6 plus 4, which equals 10. And that is what we were supposed to get. So it worked. All right, let's try another one. This time we're going to look at something we haven't spent a whole lot of time with, and that's what to do when there's parentheses. You're going to sometimes run into equations that have the parentheses in them. That's this piece right here, the parentheses, like that. And that just means do this first. It means do what's inside first. And the other thing that you might not be familiar with is the 2 out front with no operator. Well, when there's no operator, just like how 2n is the same as 2 times n, 2 and then right next to parentheses means 2 times whatever's in that parentheses. So let's see if we can write this out using backtracking. So first we know that we have a number plus 3. Our number is x this time, just to mix things up. So we've got, just to mix things up, so we have x plus 3, and that gives us some number. And then after that, we know to multiply by 2. We know that that's going to give us 14. So we do that equal sign to show that that's the end of the equation. Take a moment and solve. Did you find that x equals 4? That should make sense, because if we take 4 plus 3, that gives us 7. And then 7 times 2 gives us 14. Sorry, that shouldn't have been a 7 there. So it worked. There's one other type of equation that I'd like us to be familiar with, and that is an algebraic fraction. So let's say we have 2y, I'm using y instead of x this time, minus 4, and then there's this big line, like a fraction bar, and then 3 underneath, and that equals 12. Now, we know that the operation here, the 2y, that's a times, and obviously the minus 4 is a minus 4, but what operation is happening there? Well, if we think about a fraction bar, if we have 10/5, that equals 2. That fraction bar is just a division symbol. So we're going to treat it like a division symbol. So that's going to be divide. And it's important to note that since it's a big fraction bar that covers the entire top expression, that means that the stuff on top, it's almost like it has parentheses around it. It happens first. And then the very last thing is going to be that divide by 3. So we're going to start out with a y, and then we are multiplying by 2, and then we are subtracting 4, and then finally we are dividing by 3 to get our final answer of 12. Take a moment and solve this one. Did you get y equals 20? Let's think about it for a moment and make sure it works. We've got in our expression, or in our equation, we have 2 times 20. That gives us 40. Then we subtract 4. That gives us 36. Then we divide by 3. That would give us 12. So yes, it works. All right, when you're ready for the practice problem, go ahead and keep going. If you think you still need a little review, go back and rewatch. All right, so here's your practice problem. You need to solve by backtracking. Make sure to show all your work as always. The problem is 5 times the quantity n minus 10 in parentheses equals 40. What could n be? Figure it out using backtracking.